Hi everyone, I'm Trace. Welcome back to my channel. I am so excited to bring you a pick a card today. This is the last of my October mystery month, and today is Halloween, 31st of October. So I thought I would use two different mystical decks. The first one is a Witch's deck. It's the Witch's Tarot. So let's have a look at that. Those of you who want the Witch's Tarot, you are pile 1. And those of you who feel like a little message from the little cute ghosts, that's pile 2. So I am going to do a little message or a little pick a card around what should you let go and what is coming up for you. And I think being in the southern or northern hemisphere, it is definitely the change of season. The season is changing into winter for one and into summer for the other. So what do we need to let go and what do we need to pick up? What is coming up for you? And I'm going to be using some Believe in Your Own Magic oracle cards, and I'm going to use some numbers cards as well. So if you are wanting to hear from pile 1, this is your deck here, and if you're wanting to hear from pile 2, this is your deck here. So just remember, this is a collective reading. Whatever comes through is what I'm channeling through my cards and messages that come in from my guides. And if you are here watching, there should be a message for you. And if there isn't, then come back again another time. But please just take what you need and leave the rest for everybody else to watch. So take care, everybody, and I'll see you by your pile. Right, pile 1. Let's have a look to see what you've got. You've got the Witch's Tarot. I'm going to be using my Believe in Your Own Magic oracle just to see what your theme is. What is your theme for that weekend? What you need to let go and what is coming in for you. Let's see what your season is closing off as, and let's see what the subject is for you. I'm going to actually use that one. So you've got Lioness, pile 1. Card number 13, you've earned all your stripes. Oh, I just love this card because she is just enjoying her life. She's sitting there on the beach with her book. There's a whale or a very large fish in the background having some fun in the sea, and it's just depicting of who you are right now. So where you are in your life right now, pile 1, whatever you've been doing, give yourself a pat on the back, because this card is saying to you, you are actually in a space where you should be taking the wins and enjoying everything that you can be enjoying. It's been a tough year for a lot of people, but you've put your head down and you've followed through and you've done what you needed to do. And Spirit is now acknowledging that for you, saying to you, take it, take the wins. Don't sit there and think, oh, I've still got more to do. I haven't finished this yet. We're already going into November and I haven't finished that. So it's a little bit of a scolding for you if you're working so hard and you're actually so tired and feeling like you're getting nowhere, because the Spirit's saying to you, you've earned your stripes. So you need to just sit down and take the wins. Right, so let's see what's coming in for you here with your tarot cards, your Witch's Tarot. And the first card I'm going to ask you, pile 1, is what should you leave behind in this next season change? What should you leave behind? And then you're going into what should you take with you? So leave behind, and what should you be? What is coming up for you? What is actually happening for you in the next season? You've got that card. Right. Before I open those, I'm going to just quickly read to you card number 13 and see which section it falls in. It falls in the very first section, which is the Princess cards. So, pile number 1, Lioness. Naturally, sometimes with growth comes a little scarring, but you've come incredibly far and you should be proud of the person you've become. Think of your scars not as a reminder of the pain that you've had to endure in the past, but a proof that you are surviving anything. Oh, I love that. That is so pretty. And that's, even if you are male watching here, you can always have your feminine side of Princess as well. So let's see what you need to be letting go. Oh, and you've got the 7 of Swords. Now, the 7 of Swords is a card that comes in with deception. It comes in with telling you that your thoughts, there you go, your thoughts can be quite cruel to yourself. And they can also be very controlling. Now, you see he's got a smile on his face. He's at this fair, and he has taken 5 swords from whoever are in the tents there, and he's running off, but the only thing is he's forgotten 2 behind because he's so scattered. He's got no plan. He doesn't know what he's doing in life. And this is what you need to be letting go, because with your first card coming through here, it tells me that perhaps you have been too hard on yourself, and your mind is overactive, because swords in tarot are your mind. And your mind is overactive, thinking, as I said, need to be doing things, need to be getting something done, need to be. It's just like a lot of pressure on yourself here. And he's got a smirk on his face, he's looking back, and what this is saying is you're actually deceiving yourself, because when you are in the space of panic and fear and this could happen and that could happen and that hasn't happened and that must be happening by the end of the year, you first of all stripping your health down. Second of all, your mental health goes straight down as well, because you are physically and mentally exhausted of trying to always get to that barrier that you need to get to that milestone that you're setting for yourself. So this card is plan better, be kinder to yourself. So what you need to leave behind is that pressure that you're putting on yourself all the time, that mental pressure of having to get to where you need to get to. It could be your home life, it could be your job, it could be your children, it could be your personal health routine. Just give yourself a break, Power One. This is saying to you, please just be kinder to yourself. And where you're going, wonderful. You've got the Two of Cups. Now I love that, because this is saying that you need to be on a better level with yourself. A Two of Cups is predominantly a very relationshipy card. It could be a better relationship with your clients. It could be a better relationship with your family, your children, your boss, your friends. But it can also mean the masculine and feminine of you. And I mentioned that early on with this card here. And the Two of Cups is saying to you, this is the way that you're heading. When you get to a better space in yourself, and you get to a better space emotionally, you will understand that you can't be treating yourself like that anymore. And what happens too is the people around you, it ripples down to them. Your next circle of people, your husband, your wife, your children, your friends, they all start to feel this love that you have for yourself again. You're being kinder to yourself, and this almost like you release that you have, and you are allowing yourself to receive more and to be a little bit more emotionally on level with who you are. And then, as I said, it ripples out to everybody else around you, and that is what you want. That is what you 100% want. And the bottom of the deck, you've got the Queen of Pentacles. You can't make this stuff up, Power One. And the Queen of Pentacles, now what she is, okay, you can have a look at her here. She is sitting on her chair. She's holding a pentacle, and she's got this her dog with her. And the Queen of Pentacles manages her home, manages a job. She doesn't need to be questioning about that. And Pentacles is about your tangible life. So you are running a home fantastically. And because it's underneath the deck, it means that you're not aware of it. So this advice that's coming here from Spirit, what you need to do, what you need to let go, and what you need to connect with again, is saying to you, this is where you can end up. And with her, she has abundance. She has that tendency to just have everything under control. And with this here, your first card coming in to say to you, you've earned your stripes. Come on, Power One, you need to be more kinder to yourself, because this is where you are going to end up if you take this advice from Spirit. And also, you know, on the negative side of this card, she gets lambasted for never looking after herself. And this is what your whole energy feels like here, is that you might be looking after everything around you, but you're not looking after yourself. And that is what this Two of Cups is saying to you, what you need to be moving into. You need to be moving into that space of harmony with yourself and respect for yourself. And respect for yourself is allowing other people to delegate to other people, as well as not deceive yourself. I think that is very, very important here for you too, Power One. Let's see what Spirit has for you. Your last card, which is a lovely numerology card here. What has Spirit got for you coming up for your next season? What has Spirit got coming up for you? That one. Saw it jumping out. Oh, you've got the Master card here. It says Angel Whispers. Angel numbers are beautiful signs from the divine. They know exactly where you're meant to be. All messages in the deck are inspired, and the deck is uniquely crafted. So this is saying trust angel numbers. Trust everything that is coming through for you in this deck. And you've got 1414 at the bottom of the deck, and that is possibilities. So trust your life. Get your life back on track. This is not a very trusting card. So perhaps there are situations around you where you don't feel very trusting with the people of your day. When you wake up, you might have a negative thought put into your mind straight away saying, no, you know, I don't trust this day, or I don't trust the people around me. But what Spirit is saying to you here is that trust, and it will be so. And your 1414 is, the head title here is possibilities. Building strong foundations creates stability and welcomes in possibilities. Now this is what your possibility card is saying to you, your future card, or your what's coming for you in the next season, is that when you build a strong foundation with yourself, then everything else is solid around you. And all possibilities exist and are amplified when gratitude is felt for the foundations that are in place. You've got an affirmation here as well. Maybe you can take a screenshot and keep it on your phone. I am grateful for all that it is and all that will be. I trust in the possibilities of what I desire or something greater. Now, I think your whole theme here is definitely about trusting and believing in yourself and just giving yourself a bit of a break, because it just feels like you are completely off track and running around in circles and deceiving yourself here. Because this is what this card is saying to you. The Seven of Swords is questions that you can ask yourself here with the Seven of Swords are very important, because you don't want to be in a state of unplanning. So ask yourself, what are you keeping to yourself? What are you not sharing with somebody else? And what are you keeping from yourself? Because the reality here. This Queen of Pentacles is saying to you that you can't balance things out if you're keeping things from yourself as well. And that is a deceptive energy here. And you might even be avoiding conflict as well, because you just want to keep the peace. But you need to be more honest with yourself and be more emotional with yourself and say, I need to sort myself out now. And it's such a beautiful message coming through for you, because you don't want to go into the next season, which is either winter for you overseas, or in Southern Hemisphere it is summer. You don't want to cross across the next season with this almost unfaithful to yourself yet, this disrespect. So, Pile 1, I hope that it's been helpful. Seeing angel numbers, be aware of life, be a bit more conscious, and when you believe in and trust what your path can be, and give yourself a bit of a break and see what Spirit has given you here about earning your stripes, they're actually giving you a little pat on the back and saying you're actually doing damn well. And this Queen of Pentacles is also just highlighting your wins. So take them yourself now, believe in them, and let that flow out to the rest of your circle. Okay, Pile 1, take care, and hope to chat to you soon. All right, let's see what is for Pile 2, and we have the little ghost cards. Pile 2, you got the ghost cards. First of all, I'm going to draw you a nice oracle card from the Believe in Your Own Magic deck. Let's see what your oracle card wants to come through for you, Pile 2. Those of you who chose the ghost deck, what is your message for you? Or there one dropped out for you, Pile 2. And you've got protest, start a revolution. So you've got these three ladies outside this castle, and it's card number 28. 8 and 2 adds up to 1, which is the number of power. It's the number of the boss. So your message coming in today, Pile 2, is stand up for your rights, start a revolution, whatever you're passionate about in life, this is the time for you to do it. This next season that you're coming into is the time for you to do it. And if you think about a protest, start a revolution, is there something in your life that you need to be more passionate about? Is there something that you feel very strongly about, and you've maybe been neglecting it because life just goes on and on and on, and you're just going through the motions? So Pile 2, let's see what your tarot cards have to say. What do you need to leave behind for the next season? What is coming up for you for the next season? What do you need to leave behind? And what is coming up for you for the next season, Pile 2? How do you start a revolution? So what you leave behind, you've got the Fool. Oh, that's interesting. So the Fool saying to you what you need to leave behind. Perhaps you always feel like you need to be starting again. You need to be doing something that's always new, or you're not satisfied with your life. You keep having to keep doing something new. And what Spirit is saying to you is that there is something in your life that you need to actually go back to, that you could start up again. I'm actually going to see what the guidebook says for you. Yeah? Page number 28, or card number 28. And it falls in there. What cards are these? There's 3 different sections here, and you've got the Witch cards. So your Witchy card says you've been looking around and noticing the world is just unjust, and you're not sure what to do about it. You need to make out the first spark in your revolution. Educate yourself. Stand up for yourself. Don't forget to stand up for others too. Whether or not you're sharing the experiences, you can speak up and do it safely. Just do it. So what the Spirit is saying to you here is perhaps the Fool card. Perhaps what you need to leave behind is this maybe life hasn't been very easy for you, and you just feel like you need to have a new start all the time. You're just wanting to get to a place where you need to just jump off the cliff and start again. But Spirit is saying to you, no. You need to reinvest in your life. You need to reinvest in who you are and make it work for you instead of running away the whole time. That is very, very interesting, because the Fool card is usually a very positive card on what you should be doing in life. And the Fool is always a card to say to you, take the leap, get going. But what's saying to you, you need to leave behind that. So ask yourself, what is actually pure in your life? What can you reinvest in? And, maybe taking the risk all the time isn't the right thing for you. Maybe you need to settle a little bit and explore your life as it is, and trust it a bit more. And believe in the magic of your life instead of thinking that you have to move forward. And then your card 2, you've got what is coming up for you in the next season. You've got the World card. Oh wow, that is so interesting. So these two are actually in conflict with each other, because what the World card is saying, oh no, I understand what it is now. Okay, thank you, Spirit. So the Fool is the beginning of the journey, and the World is the end of the journey. So what Spirit is saying is that you are ending a cycle right now in your life of having to always start something new. And I feel that what's saying to you is that get to a place in your life where you aren't repeating the same patterns over and over again, where you are actually making a difference in your own life. And let's see what's the bottom of the deck. Oh my golly gosh, you got the Star card. Now these are 3 major arcanas, pile 2. This is not a small message for you. This is a very big message for you. And I think what is coming up for you is a completely new attitude. It's a completely new way of seeing life, because it feels like you have always maybe to have doubts on what you've been doing. And what Spirit is saying to you here is that don't cling to things after they've reached a new conclusion. Okay, so in other words, when there's a natural conclusion of something, don't cling to it and think that you can do it better. So don't be fearful, because the future is not in your control. So this is saying to just enjoy what's coming up, instead of having to think that you always have to make a new decision. And what you need to do is reflect on where you've got to in life. Celebrate your successes, because this stage here is all about the broadening horizons. And the Fool card coming in here, it's really stumped me, because what you need to let go of is the Fool card. And the Fool card is very much a card of starting new. So again, don't cling to the past. Don't stick to the same old. Refuse to believe in your failures. Refuse to think that this path that you're on is the wrong path, and you need to always find a new path. Because what the World card is saying to you is that when you begin afresh with an uncharted path, and you have belief in yourself, and you know exactly where you're going in life and what you need to be putting your energy into, that's what it feels like. Actually, it feels like your energy is not in the right place in your life. And the Star card here is saying to you is that perhaps you don't trust and believe in that path. And I understand that totally, because when you are on a path of having to rescue people around you, on a path of rescuing yourself, or in a space of doing stuff in your life where you always have to be the initiator, I understand that. That's when you feel, I wish I could just get away from this life. And that's what this card feels like to me, is that you just want to just get away from things. So this card is saying to you that what's coming up for you is have a better plan. Be a little bit more in touch with yourself, in that what your path actually is. And I think this is what it's saying to you is protest against everything that is going wrong in your life. So if anybody else, let's say you're in a relationship and their path is taking you down a road that you're actually blinded by the relationship, but you actually don't feel it's real. This card is saying to you, please, you need to move on from being in the same routines over and over again. This is a very big message for you, pal, too, and it's extremely big message for you. So learn from your mistakes. If you're feeling like you need to just have a new way of thinking and a new way of being, understand what you need to round up. And if you've been blindsided in your career, just move through those feelings of loss as well, because perhaps there is a better way for you to be in your career so that you can have better resources. Yeah, this is very interesting. And then your Star card at the bottom again is saying to you, pile 2, your little ghost pile, that there has to be more trust and belief in your life, because it doesn't feel like it is here. And that's why your Spirit is saying to you, start a revolution, protest what is not working, and get to a stage where you close off chapters that are not beneficial for you. And it could be love, it could be the way you're investing money, It could be the career where you could be blindsided by the way people are treating you. It could be family. It could be time to get support for a way forward. And your star card is actually saying that what you're not aware of, there's so much support out there for you. And the way you balance is to trust and believe, and to know that, you know, this card is not a card of going back on yourself. This card is backing yourself. Backing yourself. This is what I think your message is saying to you. Back yourself, pile 2. It doesn't feel like you are. It feels like everything around you is just, you need to just run away. Just run away from everything. And I do understand that. So let's see what your numerology card is coming in here. You've got 1313, and it says, clarify. As a storm passes, the clarity is felt faster than lightning is seen against the dark sky. The divine is reminding you that clarity is readily available. All you have to do is ask. You have weathered the storm, and now the sky is clearing. Now that's exactly what it feels like. It feels like you're just wanting to run away from your life. But here you've got a message here to say this is ending. This cycle is ending. And you need to start again in your mind and in your body. And the star card is just I did quite an extensive study on this star card. I just want to read you what I wrote on it, because it's quite a personal card, this. And I just want to just quickly read it to you. And I wrote, the whole card is about a personal growth and development and ready to receive blessings. Magic is flowing and searching for new purpose after this, what feels like hell to you. So choosing a spiritual journey that will bring you meaning and purpose in your life, that is what the star card is about. It's about choosing that belief. But it's also saying to you, keep on the path, have trust that the universe is supporting you, and look to the stars for hope, because you are just getting started. And I think this is what this is saying to you here. Such a beautiful message. It's just like, I feel it so deeply and I just can't get the words out. But now put this into your phone, and it says here, loving energy surround me, and I trust that the clarity I feel is the answer I need. So pile 2, the ghost pile here. It just feels like you need to run away, as I said. So let's conclude that now. We need to understand what needs closing in your life and what needs opening in your life. And I think once you do that, you know how I always say on this channel, when you create a void in your life, when you close one door and the other door is opened, all of a sudden this whoosh of stuff comes through for you and you get your clarity. And the star card is confirming that in the bottom of the deck. So those of you who came here for pile 2 for the ghost pile, the ghost cards, this is incredibly life-changing for you. And we are at the end of October, we're going into November, and what this is saying to me, into this new season, the clarity that you can get if you start a protest and say no to what in your life is not enough for you. Say no, start a revolution in your own life, and I think you will find your castle, you will find your belief, and you will not repeat the patterns that you've been doing over and over again. So try and find out what it is that you need to identify that can give you clarity, pile 2. Sure, it's quite a heavy message for you here. It's quite a heavy message, but what I understand from it is that you're getting it because it's been in your mind for a long time. And I think at the end of the day, you can't get to where you want to get to in life if you don't admit this to yourself. So just review and reflect on something that needs to be ended in your life, and celebrate that you can book something different in your life. You can book a trip overseas, or you can book a holiday. You don't need to be stuck in this rut that it feels like you're in. All right, pile 2, take care, and I hope to chat to you soon.